Don't mind the blanket, please. So, I'm here to talk about the whole breakup type situation type thing. So, what had happened yesterday and last night was my boyfriend had went we were talking, we were having a good time. Well, I heard I was on the phone with his friend because he was on the phone with somebody else and he wouldn't answer. So I call his best friend and I'm like, hey, what is my boyfriend doing? And he's like, oh, he's talking to his ex. I was like, oh, okay. And we continued to get about it. And then I hear him say, send me it. And I was like, okay, he's probably a video or something. And she's like, chill, I am. And he's like, oh, my bad, little bro. I was like, okay, not bad, he's just saying little bro and stuff. But then I got to thinking to myself, I was like, what is this? I wasn't mad about the whole breakup thing. I was pissed. I was paranoid. I was mad though. I was really mad. But the thing about it was the ex talking wasn't the thing that made me mad. The thing that made me mad is that he was jokingly breaking up with me, and if he sees this video, he's probably gonna break up with me, not gonna lie. I care if he breaks up with me, I love him dearly, but after what he did to me last night, drew a pretty good line between the entire relationship. And it did scare me. I was mad, I was upset, but the whole thing about it just didn't seem right. He never really let on that he wanted to break up. And I'm pretty sure the reason why he did a joke was either because he's actually in love with his ex, or he was doing it because I was talking to his best friend. Not talking to his best friend, trying to get with his best friend. Talking to his best friend because that's my best friend's boyfriend. And me and his friend are good, I don't really want to say good buddies or buddy, but we're friends. There's a boundary that I set with my boyfriend's friend, and that boundary is we do not cross each other. We don't date each other. I'm not gonna go date him if my boyfriend breaks up with me and stuff because I'm petty like that. I am petty like that. Now, I did do that one time, but it's gotten to the point where it's no. Don't be petty like that. Me and my boyfriend have been in, I'm pretty sure, almost 3-month relationship. And the first month with him was bizarre amazing. But last month, if it's July and y'all, June, I think was our worst month together. Because it was so much drama just within the couple of days I was at my friend's house. I'm not blaming my friend because I don't really know if it was her fault. Because I have a set of boundaries with people, but I really, since I've been at my friend's house calling him, I feel like it's gotten worse. But over that time, it was really bad, and I just, don't know what it was. But I'm saying, he got mad because I was talking to his best friend. As a friend. And he got, so jealous about it, and I don't know what to say about it. I had to take 2 Motrins, pills, because my stomach was hurting so bad because I was thinking of last night and, recapping on what could have happened and da-da-da-da-da. So I told him. I called him that night and I said, after, we had apologized and he told me it was a joke, blah, 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 blah. I said, you realize I would pick up Holiday over your friend. And every time, he was crying. We texted a little bit, and he said, I'm probably just going to cry myself to sleep. I said, why? I called him 3 times. He didn't answer. I said, please answer. Let him alone for a little bit, see if he'd text me back. He never did. He never called me. So I called him after I sent that text. And he was crying. I said, babe, please don't cry. You're going to make me cry. And every time I would say something about his friend, like, oh, I'd pick this over your friend. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. I would pick you over him any day. Da, 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 da. He would get mad. I'm sitting here telling you I'd pick a pile of dirt over a person. Over a person. And he got mad and hung up. Well, I left him alone for a little bit, watched TikTok, and I finally just called him back. So I'm gonna let you talk. I want to see what you think. He's like, no. It's like, okay. I was like, do you want to talk about anything? He's like, no. I was like, okay, do you want me to talk? He's like, yeah. You want me to talk, but when I was talking about me picking a pile of dirt over some person, a actual living thing, well, dirt is kind of living because there's like stuff in it, but you would rather me just talk. And then before I could even get any words out about just talking, he was like, don't talk about my friend. He's like, I don't want him in our conversations. Okay. That made me mad, but I was like, whatever. And I was insecure when he was talking to his exes because I thought that they were way prettier than me. And when you're in a relationship, you don't talk to your exes. Yes, I talked one time to mine, but it's because he would not leave me alone. So I called him. I told him to leave me alone. He didn't. He continued to text me. I said, babe, I'll be right back. I'm going to call my ex because he won't leave me alone. Called him, told me to leave him alone. He wouldn't leave me alone, and finally blocked him. I cannot even begin to tell you the unrealistic stuff that I've been through. It's bad. I don't want to break up with him because we're young love and we love each other. But it's getting to that point. I don't want it to be at that point, but it's getting to that point. Honestly, my best friend was like, just break up with him. I was like, but I love him too much. And she's like, Sophia, you shouldn't have to go every day thinking that he's gonna break up with you or that he's cheating on you. Speaking of my best friend. But yeah, she was like, you shouldn't have to go every day thinking that your boyfriend is gonna break up with you. I'm making a video about the thing last night. Are you hungry? Not really. I'm hungry. I was gonna make something. She's hungry, guys. But she was literally sitting there telling me, she's like, girl, you cannot be thinking that he's gonna break up with you every day and still be in that relationship. I was like, I love him though. And the fact that he was so mad that I was just talking to his friend, like, I could have done worse. I could have got on the phone and called my ex. I still remember my ex's number. I know that sounds bad, but I remember his number. Don't like remembering people's numbers, but it actually got to that point. And, like, I didn't know what to do anymore at all because I was so sad. I cried a lot. That was a lot of crying I did. Like I said, I was listening to Juice WRLD. She was hugging me because I was crying so hard. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm like hurting a lot right now. And a part of the reason why I'm depressed right now because the relationship just like, so like I said, I don't think it's her fault that he's doing this. I just think it's part of the reason that like he just doesn't like when I'm with other people while we're talking. And I think that like she didn't get in the middle of it. She was just there because she was excited that she knew that I had somebody. And also I knew his friend at the time, so I was like, hey, you're single, why don't you date his friend? So, like, it was kind of like a double date or something, like, when we met or whatever. And she's like, yeah, sure. So they started dating, and it got to the point where he got jealous that I was talking to his friend. Even though he said, word for word, I have to go to bed, or I gotta go to bed. So then I was like, okay, so then I started talking to Riley. I may have said his name a couple times, aka he's the best friend. I'm sorry for dissing your boyfriend like that. I just said your boyfriend's name. Anyway, her boyfriend, we're just gonna call him R. Please do not diss any of these people in here. But it got to the point where it was bad. And I was just talking to Riley and all that, and then Riley's like, you should text your boyfriend. I said, why? He's like, you should ask him who's talking to. I was like, he's talking to somebody? He's like, yeah, I hear him talking, but I can't really hear what he's saying. So I texted my boyfriend. I was like, hey, who are you talking to? He's like, why? I was like kind of sus about that. I was like, I was gonna say because I asked you a question, but I wasn't like that. I was just like, me and Riley are curious who you're talking to. And at that time, when he said he was talking to somebody, I was actually curious because he said he was going to bed. And he's like, oh, I'm just talking to my ex. His other ex. I was like, okay. And I continued to talk to Riley, and Riley was like, yeah, it sounds like something he would do. I'm like, I don't want to be that girl, but you don't, like, you're just gonna talk to your ex. And, like, I don't know. I'm gonna end the video after I say this, but one thing that really made me mad is she was telling him stuff that she bought. But, that's just my gossip of what happened last night and why I haven't really been posting. I'm trying to keep a relationship together, 2 relationships. I'm trying to hold up mine, trying to hold up hers, and stuff. And I'm trying to hold my relationship together. I've been playing video games a lot with my friends, trying to keep them happy. So it's all trying to make people happy. At this point, it's bad. And it's hurting me mentally and physically, and I just can't do it no more. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe. It would really help me out. I'm trying to make money for my family. Hopefully, this is a financial reason. This is not just to get fame or anything, but please like and subscribe. And comment down below and say shout out, and I'll give you a shout out in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.